Well, hi, and welcome to the $1 Million Message. This is Senior Sales Director Jordan Eicher calling in with your Wednesday wisdom from Charlotte, North Carolina. Well, today I wanted to talk to those of you who are new Mary Kay beauty consultants, or those of you who sort of feel like you're starting over from scratch. You may have been in for a long time, but you've recommitted to your business. You started fresh with the brand new year that we just began 22 days ago, our Mary Kay Happy New Year, and you're looking for a fresh start because if you're anything like me, even though I've been in Mary Kay for, 17 years, because of COVID and everything that has happened in 2020, I kind of feel in many ways like I'm starting over from scratch. So I wanted to give 6 pieces of advice for aspiring business owners, for new entrepreneurs, and for those of us who feel like they're kind of wanting to start over and act as if we, never learned any of the old things, and we want to focus back on a new path forward. So if you feel like a beginner, or if you want to become a beginner again, I want to give you some basic tenets of a successful Mary Kay startup. Okay, number 1 is to focus on sales first. Number 1 is focus on your sales first. And so many times when I'm having a conversation with a brand new Mary Kay beauty consultant, especially the ones who have started their business using the $30 eStart virtual option, they want to know, well, what are the first things that I should do? And they've read materials and they've looked over the website and they think they know what direct sales is about. And they want to know about, do I build a team first? Do I sign up my best friend who said she was interested? Do I hold a virtual party? Do I go live and talk about the products? My number 1 piece of advice is to focus on sales first. People need our products. People need our customer service. It's simple. If they want it, they are going to buy it. It's just a matter of, are you going to put in the effort to allow them the opportunity to shop with you instead of shopping at Sephora or shopping with another big box chain brand for their moisturizer and their tanning lotion and their lip balms and their eyeliners and their eye makeup removers. They're buying it somewhere. So focusing your effort on sales first is such a big concept, because Mary Kay Ash was famous for saying that nothing happens until you sell something. And it's so true. Everything that you want, as you uncover the layers of this career opportunity, every next step that you want to take comes first from selling the product. And the more customers that you have, the more opportunity you have to further develop your organization, your team, your income, your influence, and your future. And I promise you that focusing your effort on selling this product first is always going to be your best bet. And let me tell you what else. Maybe you haven't thought about this because maybe you've been in direct sales before, or maybe you've looked at some mentors at the top of the company and you think, oh, really, to make big money in Mary Kay, I need to build a big team. I need to become a leader. I need to go to the top. And I'm not saying those things aren't possible or true. But what I am saying is that our sale on the product, the 50% commission we make selling those products at full retail price, that is the highest commission that we get paid in Mary Kay, is 50% on selling the product. You can make great income for your family and for yourself just selling the product. And I think that is undervalued today. So I want us to get back to the number 1 basic, which is focusing on sales first. Okay, the next tip that I have is to market your business on the internet. That's the number 2 obvious tip that I would be doing in the midst of COVID right now, is marketing my Mary Kay business on the internet. It's affordable, right, because it's free. It may not bring fast results. It might, but it might not. And it requires consistency. But if you do it right, the payoff can be really, really lucrative. And so do you have a social media plan for your business? Are you marketing on the internet? Are you marketing online following Mary Kay's guidelines for tech that are on Mary Kay in Touch. Did you know Mary Kay provided us with a social media content calendar several times, so you can use it. If you don't like the one Mary Kay provided, you can just do a quick Pinterest or Google search and find a social media calendar. But then you have to do the back-end entrepreneurial stuff to make sure that you are consistent and follow through. And what do I mean by that? I mean, you have to go into your phone alarm clock and set a daily reminder that goes off that says, don't forget to post your social media content. Now, if doing it daily doesn't excite you, there are multiple apps where you can schedule your posts in advance. So you can create all your social media content, all your internet marketing, all in one day. You can create it as far out as you want. And that really would take one intentional day of planning and creating content and scheduling the posts. But then it will be done. You set it and forget it, just like a crock pot. Or if you're someone who likes to meal prep, you might want to do the set it and forget it method of scheduling things in advance. If you're somebody who just looks in your fridge and cooks up and whips up some magic every single night, well, you're the person who needs to set the phone alarm for every day at, whatever time, 7 in the morning or 7 in the evening or whatever time works for you, to make sure that you are marketing your business online. Because truly the fact is we have no idea what's going to be happening with the pandemic, what's going to be happening with the shelter at home, what's going to be happening with whether or not the states will open up further as we go into the fall or shut down tighter as we move into the fall. We just don't know. And so it's never a bad idea to be able to do both in-person business and business online. So are you marketing your business on the internet? Number one, sell your product. And number two, market online. Okay, my number 3 tip for you is actually write a plan for your business. So I know you've set goals, but have you written down a strategic plan on how you're going to reach your goals, and have you broken it down? So a plan is nothing more than breaking down your goal into bite-sized pieces and putting a timeline on it, putting a deadline on it, and then sticking to your plan. So if this is something you haven't yet done, I want to encourage you to do it without the distraction of technology. So literally take an old school piece of paper, an old school pen, and get quiet in a place where your phone is either on Do Not Disturb or it's not in the room at all. Write your goal at the very top of the paper and then break down that goal into bite-sized pieces. Maybe your goal has a financial price tag attached to it. Write that number. Write that $ amount at the very top underneath the words or the picture you draw of your goal. Put the money down and then begin to work backwards from the top, breaking it into bite-sized pieces based on how much time you have to commit to your business and how much effort you are willing to personally put in to see that goal become a reality. This is a gut check moment. It's where you actually put feet to your face. It's where you break down your dream and make it a reality that you can walk out and work out in your daily routine. We always say success is found in your daily routine. Success is a scheduled event. You'll never drift into your dream. It has to be an intentional daily practice, an intentional weekly schedule, and they have to be income-producing activities that you break down from this big goal in order to track them, in order to work at them. And let me just say that in this case, being an entrepreneur, patience is a virtue. I'll tell you what, successful business owners are not patient in the cycle of seed planting, cultivating, watering, and harvesting, right? That cycle happens quickly. We're planting seeds and cultivating them and watering them and tending them and fertilizing them and harvesting them. We're doing that cycle quickly, but we're also patient in recognizing that you have to have that cycle happening for a long while before you begin to see the fruits of your labor, before you begin to have a bounty of harvest, before you begin to really see life change. And, you can read success story after success story about companies that appeared to be overnight successes, companies that you all of a sudden hear about that are changing the world. And if you really dig into articles about them in Forbes or Success Magazine or the New York Times or New Yorker Magazine, what you'll find is many times these entrepreneurs have been working at their, quote, success for 10 or 15 years. And then the magazine writes about them as overnight success. And these entrepreneurs are like, overnight? Really? I've given a decade and a half to this mission. It's just that right now I've been patient and I'm starting to see the fruits of my labor, the fruits of all of that seed planting. So my point is, you've got to make a plan, and you have to find within yourself that will, that self-discipline to stick to the plan that you've made. Now, the last piece of advice I want to give you today, because these messages are meant to be quick, is to make mistakes. As you're executing on your plan, make mistakes and learn from them. You know, what I want you to avoid is analysis paralysis. That's where you think too hard and too long about the plan because you're afraid that you've made the wrong plan, and then you just stay stuck. You're frozen in fear. You're frozen in the what if this isn't the right plan? What if I'm creating something wrong and I don't want to waste time and energy going the wrong direction? Let me just tell you, you're better off to, quote, waste time and energy, because I don't believe that's really what it is, going the wrong direction, making mistakes, and learning from them, than you are to just wait until you think you have the perfect plan and ask for 1,000 pieces of advice and listen to 1,000 other people's plans. Trust yourself. Trust your gut instinct. Listen, there's no universal recipe for success. There are aspects of running your Mary Kay business that we don't want you to miss out on and don't want you to not pay attention to. But listen, we tell you those things every day on this hotline, and your director tells you these things, and you can learn these things from Mary Kay In Touch and the YouTube videos that national sales directors put out for you, and the Instagram content of top directors and nationals. You can learn those fundamentals. But making your mistakes, that's your path to success. Making your mistakes and learning from them, that's your school of hard knocks. Be stubborn on your vision, but flexible on the details. I wish I could take credit for that. It's Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, okay, like the biggest billionaire in our time right now, as his net worth has skyrocketed through the roof during COVID. Be stubborn on your vision, but flexible on the details. Make mistakes and learn from them. Just start. Just get going. Don't let one more day pass you by before you get started in the direction of your dream. And I believe that you are the girl for the job. God bless you, and I'll be back with you again next Wednesday. Bye-bye.